Okay, greetings everyone, this is First Centurion 753 with the next episode of Geopolitical Simulator 4, Power and Revolution, and in this episode we're going to take a look at developing our arms industries. And to start off, I wanted to show you guys a few things. Going into the industry sector, we are actually producing a number of arms industries that we weren't producing before. Armed pickup trucks, I guess I could probably sell those too. Those aren't really that much of a factor to me though. We are, we are producing drones. We're actually producing drones. We are producing helicopters. We are producing fighter planes. These are things we weren't producing before. We're producing missile launchers. So these all these industries have sort of started to spur on. That didn't exist when we first started the game, and apparently, as I was taking a number of these actions, they've sort of taken over. And then we also have tanks too, but we don't have any of those shipping industries yet. So I wanted to show you guys by taking a look at another country. Well, first of all, with the shipping industries that we don't have, like aircraft carriers. We aren't producing aircraft carriers. In order to produce aircraft carriers, you need certain sectors. Steel. These are like secondary sectors that you need to produce. You need steel, you need electrical components, and you need uranium. Your aircraft carriers is the only one that needs uranium, besides nuclear weapons. But the rest of the weapons industries all need those two components, those critical two, steel and electronic components. These are very critical sectors that you want to develop in your game. If you want to build a weapons industry, but they're also critical in like a lot of other areas. These are like the two. Like I've gone through the lists. These are the two most important sectors probably. So when you go into these sectors, the question is then, what do you need to develop these sectors? That's the next step. So like when you look at electrical components, which we are exonerating from taxation right now, and we do have a surplus there, but secondary sectors here require plastics, chemical, electricity, copper, gold, rare earth oxides, and a lot of these also have secondary sectors. So you want to consider all that, how these other sectors are doing. Electrical components is actually doing pretty well, but steel I do have a deficit, because I took a look at this before in between episodes. We do have a sector exemption going on there, but iron, coal, water supply, and electricity are three others that we really need. And water supply and electricity is good. Coal, we are actually starting to run a little bit of a deficit, and iron is another one that there's a big deficit, huge deficit there. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at China here. And this is just to show you, I'm not going to meet with China, but I'm going to go ahead and go into these contracts. And this is actually to better show you, when you want to look at like what your deficits are, you can try to take a look at those screens, but it actually sometimes is easier to just open up a contract book and see exactly what you have and what you're missing. So if we go down to, let's see, coal here, this explains everything a lot easier. Usually, let me go into the sale of coal actually. If I was going to sell coal, like my production right now of coal is at 43 million tons, right? And I have domestic consumption of 27 million tons of coal, but under contract right now, 28 million coal. That's to the United States. That was a 5-year contract that we did in 2017, so we still have a couple more years. So we actually have a coal deficit right now, even though that's one of our top productions, because it should be at 55, so we're a little below. So I think I am going to go ahead and exempt coal as well. I'm not going to buy coal yet. I might buy coal, I don't know. Iron is another one. Oh yeah, now the question is, so I looked through all those industries that we're now producing weapons in, and this is a question that I'll pose on the channel actually. We have 131 drones in production. Now I can't go into the industry and buy this stuff, so like if you go into your army, I can't go under drones for some reason and buy drones from myself. So my question is, if I do not, what happens to the production if I don't sell? Does it automatically go to the country? I don't know that, and I won't be able to find out that for another 11 months in the game. Hopefully I'll remember to do that. I might even forget by then. So the question posing on the channel, please post this in the comments if you know the answer. With that production, anything you don't sell, does it go to your actual military? I don't know the answer to that. But back to the sales of weapons. Let's check out what we have, what we're producing. So 131 drones, that's a lot. Fighters, we're producing 2. Helicopters, we are producing 6. Missile launchers, we're producing 10. What else? Satellites, we're actually producing a satellite. And tanks, we're producing 19. So, like, at the end of the year, does that number just add to my total? Or, you know, if I don't sell it, does it just, you know, disappear? What's going on with that? I don't know the answer to that. It's something I'll try to test out, you know, before the end of this 2020 year, if possible. But if you guys know the answer, feel free to post down below if anyone else out there knows that. So let's take a look. So we're going to do some exonerations this episode. And we're going to start by exonerating all those industries that are producing stuff. First, let's see, can I exonerate the... Let's go ahead and exonerate aircraft carrier industry. Sure. Exoneration. All our military industries are now going to start to be exonerated. Since we got kicked out of WTO, we might as well... Armed pickup trucks. Who can I sell those to? Can I sell those to organizations? Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Conventional submarines, we're going to go ahead and exonerate them. Exonerated. Exonerated. Alright. Drones. Let's exonerate drones. That'll be great if we have a ton of drones. We can use those. Exonerate drones. Let's go. A drone industry. Drones might have... I didn't look at drones. It's all steel and electrical components still. Okay, electrical components we are exonerating. Fighter planes, exonerate. So since these are all once-off sales, it shouldn't hurt the taxation too much by exonerating all the military industries. Let's see here. Iron, we don't have any iron. Lead, missile launchers. Exonerate missile launchers, exonerate. What's next? Other surface ships, we'll exonerate them. Alright. We have steel exonerated. Satellites, might as well exonerate satellites, right? We're exonerating a lot of industries here. Tanks and armored vehicles. But again, these are all once-off sale industries, so it shouldn't hurt us too much. The other thing is with steel, iron, we don't have any, and I'm wondering, like, how can you, like, have iron automatically by just exonerating? There has to be, like, iron deposits, I'm assuming. But they don't really show that in the game too much. Coal is the other one I think I'm going to exonerate. Because, again, if you go into the contract and we take a look at sales here, back to the contract book, and yeah, electrical components, we're doing pretty well in our market. Our production is at 884, where our consumption is only at 497. I'm not going to sell any of these because I want this. This is the critical industry that I want for myself, and look at that. That's just ridiculous right there. Steel, however, we're hurting. So I might go ahead and buy. We're hurting by a lot here. I might try to buy steel. Get at least a $2 million ton steel contract, but we're also going to exonerate coal, try to beef up that production, and maybe buy some iron too, because we're down in iron. Water supplies, we are good. Electricity, you guys have seen electricity already, but I'll show you again. Electricity, we are looking good. We still have a little bit extra there, which I'm not going to sell off because, even though I could probably get a high price, I'm not going to sell off because I want to ensure that I have that, because electricity is needed for both electrical components as well as steel. So we're going to keep electricity, so that's a critical component there. The other ones that are critical for electrical components, chemical industry, we are down a little bit, so I might just exonerate that. Plastics, We are up in plastic, so we're good there. Copper, which I guess we do have an industry. Copper, we do have an industry, but not enough. Gold is another one. Where's our gold? I don't even have gold on the list. And rare earth oxides. Let's see. I know China definitely has both of those too. So take a look at China. We're not even producing any gold or rare earth oxides. So we're gonna have to buy those. So it looks like I can exonerate chem. I can exonerate the chemical industry, exonerate the copper industry, exonerate the coal industry. Oh, do I want to exonerate the coal? Because we're making so much money off that deal with the United States. That's stimulating the economy, GDP. Ooh, I'm gonna hold off on gold. I'm gonna try to buy a big iron, make a big iron deal. Let's go for buying iron. That's gotta be our best bet. Okay. And maybe I can buy some steel from somebody. Alright. Under industry. Let's check out who's got iron. That's our first priority. I want a big iron sale. Big iron purchase from somebody. So we're going to go into world info here. I like to see the numbers. We need about 3 million. Right, but do we have... Wait a minute. Do we have some under contract? I forgot. New contract. Purchase. Iron. Alright, we already have 1.3 million under contract. So 2 million, I think, a $2 million ton iron deal should help the steel industry out a lot. And let's go ahead under... No, where am I? Yeah, this is right. We're gonna go for iron. We exonerated all those industries, that shows there. But again, they're not producing. But maybe they'll start. And I think maybe subsidies for the carriers, the surface ships, and submarines. I think that might help stimulate those industries. $5 million subsidies to each. Maybe we can get that going. That would be really cool if we can get a carrier industry going. That would be huge. Huge. I think we have a carrier union. Alright, so iron. Check this out. I want to see the actual tons. Alright. Tons of fun. Production. We're looking for... No, we aren't. We're looking for purchase average. Sale average is what we're looking for. Who has the best sale? Alright, Qatar. They would buy the iron. Qatar is looking to buy a lot. Okay. So the average sale price... We want a low average sale price here, right? And the Ukraine looks to be the best bet. That's not bad. I wonder if we already have a deal with the Ukraine on iron. Who do we have iron deal with? Because if we can deal with the Ukraine, that'll help stimulate the economy and try to further contain Russian aggression. I like that. Further contain Russian aggression in the Black Sea. I'd like a deal with the Ukraine. And we're in good relations with them. Let's check these guys out real quick. Click on him. Alright, Mr. Ukrainian. President of the Ukraine. Ideological alignments. Strategic alignments. Very good. They are financing terrorist organizations, but that's probably people in Russia. Ukraine as a whole is pretty good with democracy, so we have to be good with this one. Let's meet with the Ukrainians. Alright, we're already meeting with the French and with the Americans. I'm going to try to buy aircraft carriers from the Americans and just like a big arms deal. Everything we can from the French because they have the cheapest arms prices. I want to have a meeting with them, actually. Let's meet with the Ukrainians. And I think we agreed to a non-aggression pact with them last episode. Maybe we could do support. Or maybe access. I don't know if we can get access without support. Without support. Okay. Let's go ahead. Start this episode off. What did I want to do? I wanted to exonerate copper and chemicals too, right? Let's go ahead and check out copper and chemicals. See how much money they actually produce for us. What happened? Sit-in demonstration. Who's this? Pacifist Union? Dictatorial powers? They're having a sit-in? Pacifist Union going up against me again, huh? National defense. Well, yeah, we are going to be expanding, right? We're going to be getting pretty militaristic here. Alright, pause this for a second. We got a lot going on. The funeral for the director of the intelligence agency. Oh, no, I'll go to his funeral, yep. Desire for repositioning.
Somewhat annoy from report 12 by Centric, the different services. According to my calculations, there is already a 31.28% possibility that they will develop Svorsky syndrome. We should rethink our global strategy and increase funding. Ahem.
Yeah, I do want to increase funding for that, actually. I forgot to do that.
The current political...
That's twice. Okay. Let's take a look real quick. Alright, that's good. I like that. It shows that it's exonerated and it's not producing. So... let's go ahead and offer some subsidies to start here. It's gonna do like 5 million. See if that can stimulate. I don't know. It's probably not enough to stimulate an aircraft carrier industry. Conventional subs. $5 million. And then surface ships. 5 million. See if that gets anything underway. And then I want to look at we're exonerating the chemical industry. We're considering exonerating chemicals. Chemical. That jumped. Why did that jump? There you are. Oh, this isn't where I want to look. Out of here. Get out. Okay. Industry. This is where I wanted to look. Alright, so chemical industry. Let's get the exact amount. That's a lot of money. $35 million. That's not too much. We have like billions, right? 35 million. And then exonerating chemicals and copper was the other one. Definitely exonerate copper. Alright, copper and chemicals. We'll go ahead and exonerate both of those. That should help with electrical components. Actually, sheesh. Yeah, there is a chemical deficit. Let's go ahead. Exonerate chemicals. That's a big one. And we'll exonerate copper as well. Okay, those are all exonerated. Alright, so we'll see what that does. I forgot what else I was doing. I gotta buy iron from somebody. The Ukraine. Right. We're buying iron from the Ukraine. And arms deals with everybody else. What about the missiles? How are our missiles looking? Do we get all those missiles yet? 78. We still have a long way to go. Alright, let's let some time pass here. Oh boy, look at that. Fighting in Minsk. Oh wow, Germany. Oh no. They almost had it. Belarus. This whole conflict is still unfolding in the north. German tanks 78. Germany seems to be helping out a lot. Industry is pretty happy with that move, all the exonerations. And we'll see if that can stimulate anything. Do I need a port? That's a naval base, but do I need a port is the question. I might need a port to build those ships. We don't have any ports. About $1 billion per year. International airport. I think that's a good spot for a port.
For the moment, we have the sit-in under control to prevent it from spreading. But do you wish for us to intervene to disperse the...
No, thank you. Cypress Mole. Major port. This begins. Here we go. This massive construction for a port center is open. We can already draw some conclusions. As for transport of goods, it will bring no notable changes. Since our country's current resources are sufficient. Lastly, even if it makes whatever happy, location established could be better. Well, how do I know what location is good? Alright, Mr. Drump here. Coffee for you.
Sure. Dark and strong, please.
What does his opinion of me? Pretty good. Alright, ideologically we align up. Strategic alignments we line up. Economic relationship is kind of low. I don't see any scandals. And he is a very nice moral character. Okay. I love your country.
Very kind. This thought is very honorable. I will inform our tourism minister.
It is time to buy an aircraft carrier from you. Let's see if I can get it. Purchase. Aircraft carrier. Doesn't say that they have any. We're gonna go low. 4,000. 4 billion. They go to 6.8 billion. So like, since they're not producing anything, the question was, how do we get this? I forgot who mentioned this on the channel, but someone said since they have aircraft carriers, they'll sell it to us anyways. So, an aircraft carrier would be pretty cool if we could get one. This guy is the master negotiator, apparently. The art of the deal. And I lost. Okay, let's try it again. Aircraft carrier. We're going to go even lower. We're going to go to 35. Nope. No, 1. Oh, doesn't even want to consider that. Alright, try that again. Let's try 35. He's got to consider 35. I think he'd consider 35. 3.5 is what I'm saying. No, not that way. Right there. Alright. Oh, man, that was worse. We ended up in a worse position. Right there. He did go down a lot in the last one. Okay. 422. 456. 4-6. Ah, too many negotiations. How many was that? 5? Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, last time. Probably not gonna be last time. Let's see. Hopefully it's the last time. Let's try right there. Damn! Alright, that didn't work out. $644. 6,000. That was like 3, I think. 5,7. Almost had him. I'm gonna try one more time. Sorry, guys. Purchase Aircraft carrier. I gotta count this. Right, there's 5, right? We'll try to start there. It's not bad, that's 1. I'm gonna go up there. 2. That looked pretty good. Let's go right there. 3. That did not look good at all. 4. Oh man, I think I just have to accept this. He's a tough negotiator. I will give him that. He is a very tough negotiator. $6 billion for an aircraft carrier? What if I started lower here, or higher? That looked a little bit better. Maybe we can get to an agreement from a higher starting position. Yuck. That was 2. Did that go up? I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright. An agreement has been signed. Delivery date for June 11th. It will cost us $5 billion a year for the next 3 years. Over the next 3 years, which is going to be, divide that in half, it's going to be a little bit more than $1 billion a year. $5.6 billion total for 1 aircraft carrier, and we're going to become a global superpower. Okay, enough negotiating with you. I'm done. Wow, that was tough. Tough negotiations there. Okay. And why was that not a good position? Is there a... let me pause this for a second. Bad contract with the United States.
The contract you just signed wasn't stellar. That's the least I can say. Still, I can say that on its merits, it does serve our economy. You can find all of this on the small note from the department attached to the contract.
I'll forget about the economy. I'm getting an aircraft carrier. Transport. Let's see here. It doesn't analyze the position at all. So how am I supposed to know if it's a good position? We'll see what happens. Maybe I can extend the rail line after that. Alright, let's keep going. Egypt, confidential information. Who are they? Chinese Mafia. They're funding Chinese Mafia terrorists against Canada. Whew.
I'll give you a quick update on the sit-in. The demonstrators are still there. The situation is still slowly worsening.
Alright. Who are these people? Pacifist Union? Whatever. We just bought an aircraft carrier. Yeah, of course they're going to be unhappy. Alright. I might be ready to launch missiles against these bases. And, oh, there's one. They're expanding their territory, huh? I think I'm going to start this in the next episode, actually, because we are at 30 minutes. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Please subscribe if you have and you want to see more, and like the video if you want to see more of those. We're going to do some arms sales in the next district. Next episode, we're going to have arms sales, and I'm going to into my air campaign, revisit the air campaign against Libya. Try to get us out of this Libyan crisis. This is just a disaster. 9,000. They're growing in numbers. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next episode.